What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. Shoot, this one is gonna be for the men. Based on my statistics, that's mostly who be watching my stuff. But this is gonna be a helpful video, anyways. And this one's gonna be top 5 things that I learned as a man, being 25 now. Hopefully, this help you guys out in some type of way. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing is responsibilities. You got to become responsible over your life, over yourself, and over what you got going on. Your day to day things, responsibilities. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's not just about responsibilities, but it's about accepting the fact that you have responsibilities and what that looks like for you. I'm 25. Some people might got a car note. Some people got to take care of their moms, their parents. Some people, you know, going to school, whatever, right? It's priorities, but it's also responsibilities. And usually your priorities go with your responsibilities. They kind of hand in hand. Responsibilities is one of the big things that you realize, becoming a man and growing and stuff like that. And it's very important because without responsibilities, you really like free willing. Like, you just doing whatever. You don't really have no why almost. You don't have no purpose for real, you know. And purpose and responsibility gives you like a lane, like a guideline. And like I said, it's not just like on broad scale, it's like everything. It could be family, work, it could be finances, whatever. So yeah. Second, nobody coming to save you. I feel like once you get old enough, you gotta start looking around at your life and really thinking about, is this how I want my life to be as it currently is more years to come? And if you just sit down and think about that, which most people don't do because they don't like to really reflect and think about their life, you got to sit down and think, not even 5 years from now, let's talk even sooner, 3 years, 2 years, 2 to 3 years from now, looking at how I am, right? At this very moment, is that how I really want to be going 2, 3 years from now? And it all starts today. Nobody's coming to save you. So you got to save yourself. You got to look around and say, this ain't the life I want no more. All the partying, all the messing with females, and just straight up distractions, period. You got to get rid of all of those. And you got to, get on your purpose and find out what you was called to do here. One of the things I learned is like the money. The money comes with purpose. If you chasing money, then your purpose is running from you. And the money gonna end up running from you. Cause that's just how it works. But you chasing purpose, the money gonna come with it. And so when you think about that, then you can deal with life better. The third, you gotta have finances, bro. You got to have finances. I'm not saying you gotta be a millionaire or a billionaire, but you gotta have finances, bro. Everything in the world runs around finances. So with finances come investments, budgets, spending habits, all of that. I hear stories about people who make a lot of money all the time with bad spending habits, how they going broke or they struggling to do this and that. If you making that type of money, it's usually like 10K or more, and you still finding yourself struggling, that's you. That's your fault. That's a spending habit. That's a budget habit. That's a lack of investment. And yeah, I get people don't teach this stuff in class or in school, but at some point you got to educate yourself. And that's what I do. That's why I got certain investments in, you know, stuff like that, waiting on it to pan out, Lord willingly soon. But yeah, you gotta look into that. People not gonna teach you that stuff. It's a reason why. So you gotta lock in and figure that stuff out on your own. You gotta get around people who making money. That's another thing. That's gonna be the fourth thing. You got to get around people who honestly got more than you, period. Because just being around people who got more than you gives you a different perspective on life. It shows you what's possible. Even if it's not a field that you want to do exactly, just you seeing other people shows you what's possible. You could run into somebody at a country club or at a playing golfing or expensive resort, wherever, right? And you can just pick up game on them, see how they move, their mannerisms, talk to them real quick, see what they did to become whoever, right? And just pick up game being around people. I'm pretty sure y'all heard people say like your closest five people around you are the ones who you end up being like. So you around nobody, you gonna stay nobody. And if you're around bums, you gonna be a bum. If you're around people who don't take stuff serious, that's how you gonna be. So you need to get around a group of guys who's in the same level as you, right? It's two like groups you want. The group of guys who's on the same level as you trying to get to where you want to go, and then people who already there who's mentoring you guys. And that's how you want to be, because it's accountability and game pretty much. And then the fifth thing is a community. I'm older now, but like younger days, I didn't think community was too important. That like you can do everything on your own, and you really can't. Now you can to an extent, but the further you go up, the more help you need. Like we were made to be there for each other for real. So that's why community is important. Dudes need other dudes that they can talk to, that they um can get stuff off their chest with. It's certain things like that just dudes understand. And with that being said, you got to find that community. Like that community is very important. Even if you think about it like biblically, right? It says don't neglect the gathering of the saints. And that's just saying like come together and form a community type. So like community is very important. And you could low key feel lost if you don't got it, honestly. So if any of y'all found this video helpful and y'all resonated with this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know some other stuff y'all want me to talk about. Because I'm down to talk about anything, man. This is what this channel is about. It's about having those deep conversations and conversations that people scared to talk about. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you on the next video. Stay up.